Well, John, now you've watched the game back, is there anything more to take from Saturday's victory?
No, not really. I think that the game was disappointing in terms of the way that we started and went a goal down and then initially reacted to going a goal down, because I think it's one of those where we could have found ourselves 2-0 down after 10 minutes, just through a couple of moments where we switched off. So that was a bit disappointing, but once we reacted to that and once we got back into the game, I thought we were superb in the second half. It's plenty to improve upon in the first half, really. I think we've got to be much better at making sure that we deal with certain moments and deal with them a lot more clinically, make ourselves a bit more, a bit tighter and a bit better defensively. I think once we do that, we put together what was a much more comprehensive performance in the second half.
Obviously highlighted Lange's 4 goals, which will take the headlines, but Nico's save in the first half, arguably, one of the most important events of the game, which, if that went in, it could have been a lot different.
Yeah, and there's a lot of fine margins in games, and we've had that both ways this season, where we don't take that chance, for example, and then the game completely changes. The game turns on its head because we're still in the game at 1-0 and obviously managed to get the 4 goals to get ourselves back in it. And we've had games where we've done that. We've not put the chances away. West Brom at home is a really good example of that, and we end up going and losing 3-0. So I think we rode our luck a bit at the weekend. Definitely rode our luck, but it's one of those where things just slightly changed for us in terms of that luck, and thankfully did enough off the back end of it to deserve winning the game, and thankfully to Nico, who stood up and made that good save, we could take advantage of it.
I can imagine the lads came in on a real high spirits this morning.
Yeah, and it's a fine mixture that we want between the lads coming in, having enjoyed themselves in really good spirits, and making sure that we know that the game at the weekend means nothing going into the week. Going into the game on Boxing Day, we have to come up with a completely different plan, completely different game, completely different set of circumstances. So yes, we've got plenty of positives to take from Saturday, but we also have to make sure that we're realistic about it and move on and put it to bed and just get on with the next game.
What does the festive period look like for the lads?
It's really busy, to be honest. So there's plenty of days in. Unfortunately, that's the only way that we can do it, and it's the only way we can get things right, and we can make sure that we're set up for the games that are coming up, and we do the right recovery as well. So there's plenty of days in. It won't be a huge amount of training for the lads that have played anyway, so a lot of rest and recovery, a lot of tactical work in here. With the lads that haven't played, there'll be plenty of little top-up groups, and we'll make sure that they're sharp, so they're ready to come back in and play when they can. But it's one of those, we want players to go and enjoy time with their families and enjoy themselves in the right way, but it's all about being professional and making sure that they're here and they're ready to perform at an elite level every second that they step foot in the training pitch.
Like in on Christmas Day, or is that some time for them and the family?
Won't be in on Christmas morning, and the lads will be in on the afternoon, reporting, ready to go for Watford, ready to travel up to Watford.
And just finally, do you have a message for the supporters ahead of Christmas and ahead of the Boxing Day game against Watford?
Yeah, just thank you for all your support this year. I think actually, plenty's been said about the terrific support that we got last season, but it seems to have ramped up a level this year when we've won no way near as many games, and I keep waxing lyrical about it. I still look back at the weekend and think for sort of 10 minutes after we scored the 4th goal, it was up there with one of the best atmospheres again that I've seen at Fratton Park. Absolutely loved every minute of it. Brilliant to be part of, and that's what we've got down here. It's really, really special. Again, I know lots of clubs say that, but I do go to a lot of football grounds up and down the country, and I don't quite experience what I get with the Portsmouth fans day in, day out and week in, week out. So good luck to everyone travelling to the Watford game. Stay safe, have a great Christmas, and we will see you back at Fratton Park on the 1st.